다이너마이트의 원료로 알려진 산화질소가 우리 몸에서 생성되어 이로운 작용을 한다는 사실을 최초로 증명. 과학자로서 최고 영예인 노벨상을 수상했다. 산화질소는 운동을 할 때 심장박동이 증가하면서 10배나 더 많이 생성된다. 주로 혈관 내피에서 만들어지는데 산화질소가 생성되면 혈관이 확장되면서 혈액순환이 원활해져 심혈관계 질환을 예방할 수 있다.
Coronary artery disease occurs when there's an impairment of blood flow to the heart. The heart has its own circulatory system, and that circulatory system is called the coronary arteries. When people develop atherosclerosis or high cholesterol levels, this can result in plaque deposition, plaque formation in the arteries. And as those plaques grow and grow, they can obstruct the flow of blood. This can lead to a decrease in the flow of blood and therefore the flow of nutrients and oxygen to the heart, to the point where when you need your heart during exercise or walking up the stairs or changing a flat tire or almost anything else, if the heart does not get enough blood or oxygen, it's going to feel pain due to ischemic damage. That is essentially a heart attack. Nitric oxide is considered to be a lifesaver because it's the body's natural way of protecting against cardiovascular disease. Cardiovascular disease is the #1 killer not only in the US but throughout the world, and so the body can protect against all of this heart disease by generating more and more nitric oxide. When nitric oxide becomes deficient, this is when the barriers break down. This is when the protection is lost, and the individual is very sensitive and very susceptible to heart disease. And again, nitric oxide is protective because it can keep your blood pressure down in the normal range. High blood pressure causes heart attacks, causes strokes, and can lead to atherosclerosis or coronary artery disease. Nitric oxide can prevent all of these things. Arginine is an amino acid. There are about 20 or so amino acids that are the building blocks of all proteins. Proteins that you eat and proteins that are in your body, like your muscle and skin and so on. But arginine plays a unique role in that arginine is the one amino acid that the body uses to produce nitric oxide. Okay? There are two amino acids that the body actually can use. One is arginine, the other is citrulline, but the primary amino acid which is converted to nitric oxide in the body is arginine. And it's very important, therefore, to maintain normal, healthy levels of arginine at all times, because when we develop certain cardiovascular and related diseases that are characterized by a deficiency in nitric oxide, the main reason for the deficiency in nitric oxide is a deficiency in this amino acid arginine. So if you have too low a level of arginine, you're not going to make sufficient amounts of nitric oxide to protect your cardiovascular system against disease. And so arginine is one of those amino acids that you actually have to take in from the outside. That is, you have to include it in your diet. And we're lucky that so many different proteins contain arginine. But sometimes, even though we may eat healthy and eat normal amounts of protein, if you have a deficiency in arginine, you're not going to get sufficient amounts from the diet. So you may want to consider supplementing your diet with extra arginine. Nitric oxide is something you cannot simply take from the outside. You cannot take it in a pill. You can't put it in in water or juice or anything like that, because nitric oxide is actually a gaseous substance. It's a gas, and it's very unstable. It doesn't last for more than a second or two. So you can't really take nitric oxide. What you can do, though, is you can take the ingredients that the body uses to make nitric oxide, and you can take the ingredients that will stabilize the nitric oxide, prevent it from breaking down and lasting longer in your body. And so you could do this by taking certain amino acids like arginine and citrulline, and then you can take certain antioxidants like vitamin C, vitamin E. There are many other kinds of antioxidants. And so by taking these different ingredients, these different natural ingredients all at the same time, you will maximize your body's ability to make the nitric oxide. And so that's how you boost your nitric oxide production.